Hello everyone. In this class we will see the derivation of series solution of Bessel's differential equation leading to Bessel function. And this Bessel function is denoted by Jn of x. This Bessel function is denoted by Jn of x. Let us see the derivation here. The Bessel differential equation of order n is in the form, the Bessel differential equation which we are considering in earlier classes also for solving the example where this p naught coefficient of p naught of x is not equal to 0, and when the coefficient of d square y by dx square p naught of x is equal to 0, then we use the Frobenius method. I have given procedure also. Let us see the derivation of series solution of Bessel differential equation leading the Bessel function Jn of x. The Bessel differential equation of order n is of the form x square into d square y by dx square plus x into dy by dx plus x square minus n square into y is equal to 0. Name this as a equation 1, where n is a non-negative real constant or a parameter. We imply Frobenius method to solve this equation, as we have the coefficient of y double dash is equal to x square, which is equal to p naught of x, say, and p naught of x is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. We know that Frobenius method is applicable only when the coefficient of y double dash of x is 0 when x is equal to 0. That is, p naught of x is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. Here we get p naught of x as 0 when we substitute x as a 0. So that we have to use the Frobenius method. And we also know that the solution of the differential equation where p naught of x is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0 is y is equal to summation r running from 0 to infinity a r x raised to k plus r. Then equation 2 is that we assume the series solution of 1 is form y is equal to summation r running from 0 to infinity a r x raised to k plus r. Name this as equation 2. Then differentiate this once with respect to x. We get dy by dx is equal to summation r running from 0 to infinity a r k plus r x raised to k plus r minus 1. Then d square y by dx square is equal to summation r running from 0 to infinity a r k plus r into k plus r minus 1 into x raised to k plus r minus 2. This is known. Next, now equation 1 becomes, then our equation 1 means this equation, the Bessel differential equation of order n becomes what? Substitute by d square y by dx square and dy by dx along with y. We get summation r running from 0 to infinity a r k plus r into k plus r minus 1 into x raised to k plus r. Here we are taking only k plus r. Why? Because we have in a differential equation x square into d square y by dx square. This is what? D square y by dx square when we take it as a minus 2. But we have the coefficient of d square y by dx square is x square, and here the x raised to k plus r minus 2. When we solve this one, what we get? X raised to k plus r minus 2 plus 2. Minus 2 plus 2 get cancelled. The remaining is only k plus r. So that directly I am taking here x raised to k plus r to avoid the extra step. Next, similarly for second term we have in the equation x into dy by dx. Dy by dx is this one, right? Summation r running from 0 to infinity a r k plus r x raised to k plus r. Here we have k plus r minus 1, and we know that dy by dx have a coefficient x here. When we substitute as a k in x into x raised to k plus r minus 1, it will be what? X raised to k plus r minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. The remaining is only k plus r. So that here also I am taking directly as a k plus r, cancelling the powers of 1 and minus 1, plus then the next term is x square minus n square into y. See, when we substitute y, this can be written as x square into y minus n square into y. We know that y is what? X square into summation r running from, this is y, r running from 0 to infinity ar x raised to k plus r. Here we have the x power is 2 and x raised to k plus r. When we solve this one, we get it as a summation r running from 0 to infinity ar x raised to k plus r plus 2, x raised to k plus r plus 2. This is what I am written here, summation r running from 0 to infinity ar x raised to k plus r k plus r plus 2. The next term is what? N square minus y square. Same, keep minus as it is, n square as it is, and write what will be the y. See, minus n square summation r running from 0 to infinity ar x raised to k plus r, which is equal to 0. This is our equation. When we substitute the value of dy by d square y by dx square, dy by dx along with the y. Okay. Next, collecting the first, second and fourth term together, we get, here we have to collect the terms of 1, first, second and fourth. We collect the terms of first, second and fourth. Why? These three are having the common term, that is ar x raised to k plus r. See, here also we have ar k plus r, ar k raised to x raised to k plus r, ar x raised to k plus r. We collecting these three together, what we get is summation r running from 0 to infinity ar x raised to k plus r. In all these three, take ar x raised to k plus r common, and here the remaining term is what? K plus r into k plus r minus 1, and from here the remaining is only k plus r, and from the last term it is minus n square. Okay, plus next this term as it is, summation r running from 0 to infinity ar x raised to k plus r plus 2. Next, solve this one and see, here we have k plus r and k plus r are common in this two term, only in this two term. Then we get summation r running from 0 to infinity ar x raised to k plus r. In this two, I am taking k plus r common. The remaining is k plus r minus 1, and this is plus 1. Okay, the remaining here from this term, the remaining is k plus r minus 1. I am taking common k plus r, therefore it will be 1 minus n square. The last term is as it is. Okay, when we solve this one, what we get? This plus minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. The remaining is only what? K plus r into k plus r minus n square. Here we have in all the three terms, first, second and fourth, we have these terms are common, not k plus r, and here we have these terms are common. To write this one, we have these two terms having the common term as a k plus r, k plus r. Take k plus r common, the remaining is k plus r minus 1. Here we get the plus 1. Here only summation ar x raised to k plus r I am taking common, not k plus r. Only summation r running from 0 to infinity ar x raised to k plus r. The next step is what? Summation r running from 0 to infinity ar x raised to k plus r into k plus r into k plus r minus n square, and the last term is as it is. Therefore, the next equation is summation r running from 0 to infinity ar k plus r into k plus r into k plus r minus n square. The last term is as it is. K plus r into k plus r is k plus r whole square. Remaining terms are as it is. Next, we shall equate the coefficient of lowest degree term in x, that is x raised to k to 0. Okay, we have to equate the coefficient of lowest degree terms in x. Okay, that is x raised to k. See, I have already explained the procedure of Frobenius method. I am going through that procedure also only. Okay, I am going through the procedure of Frobenius method when the coefficient of y double dash p naught of x is equal to 0 when x is equal to 0. Go through that procedure. I am following that procedure only. Okay, that is how we have to equate the lowest degree terms in x to 0 is to get x raised to k. What we have to do, substitute the value of r is 0. We are solving 3 examples on the basis of Bessel's series solution of differential equation. In those examples also we are equating the lowest degree power of x to 0. There also we are taking the coefficients and equating to 0. Use the similar method. See, to equate the lowest degree term in x, that is x raised to k to 0, is to get the coefficient of x raised to k. What we have to do, we have to substitute the value of r as 0, right? When r is 0, it will be a naught x raised to k we will get, and here is this one is 0. Okay, the term having the lowest degree of x is what? The first term. We have to equate the coefficient of x which is having the lowest power. That according to these two terms, means on seeing these two terms, which one is having a lowest degree power, that is x raised to k plus r. X raised to k plus r plus 2 is greater than x raised to k plus r, so that we have to take this first term to equate the power of x raised to k to 0. Substitute r is equal to 0. What we will get? A naught k square, this is 0, minus n square is equal to 0. Setting a naught is not equal to 0, we have a k square minus n square is equal to 0. Here a naught is not equal to 0 because we have our solution is in the form of a naught. See the procedure of Frobenius method from step 5. What we get? It helps to determine the constant a1, a2, a3, a4 and so on in terms of a naught only. Here we have the a naught value is not equal to 0. Therefore, we have to set here a naught is not equal to 0, so that k square minus n square is equal to 0, and hence k square is equal to n square, and k is equal to what? Plus or minus n. Also, we need to independently equate the coefficient of x raised to k plus 1 to 0. Next, we have to equate the coefficient of x raised to k plus 1 to 0. To get k plus 1, what we will do here? We have to substitute the value of r as 1. When we substitute r as 1, it will be x raised to k plus 1. Then only we get the coefficient of x raised to k plus 1. So, therefore, here we have the value of r is 1. It will be a1 k plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to 0. This implies a1 is not equal to 0. Here there is no condition that a1 is not equal to 0. According to this one, a into b is equal to 0 means a is equal to 0, a1 is equal to 0. Since k plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to 0, would means k plus 1 whole square is equal to n square, or k plus 1 is equal to plus or minus n, which is not possible. Why? We already have here k is equal to plus or minus 1. Then we can't get k plus 1 as a plus or minus n, which cannot be accepted as we have already k is equal to plus or minus n. So that we go for the further coefficient of x. So that next we shall equate the coefficient of x raised to k plus r, where r is greater than or equal to 2 to 0. Here we are equating the coefficient of x raised to k plus r to 0 to get the recurrence relation. where here the r value is greater than or equal to 2, because when we take r value which is less than equal to 2, we can't get the constant a naught. Here we must have all the constant in terms of a naught, so that here r value is greater than or equal to 2. In last examples I have explained how to consider this value of r. Go through those example, you will understand. Okay, that is ar is ar into k plus r square minus n square plus ar minus 2. Okay, how we get this ar minus 2? See, from this equation, the to get the coefficient of x raised to k plus r, what we have to do? We have to take r as r minus 2. Then minus 2 plus 2 will be cancelled. The remaining is what? K x raised to k plus r. So that r value is what here? R minus 2. Okay, so that it will be ar into k plus r whole square minus n square plus ar minus 2 is equal to 0, or ar is equal to minus ar minus 2 divided by k plus r whole square minus n square, where r value is greater than or equal to 2. Take this as equation 3. When k is equal to plus n, what will be our recurrence relation? Because we have k value as plus and or minus n. First consider k as a plus n. What will be ar is equal to minus ar minus 2 divided by n plus r whole square minus n square. A plus b whole square formula we have to apply here. We have n square plus r square plus 2nr minus n square plus n square get cancelled. The remaining is minus ar minus 2 divided by 2nr plus a plus r square. This will be our recurrence relation to find the further constant, that is a2, a3, a4 and so on. We already have a1 value as 0, so that from this recurrence relation we get the value of a2, a3, a4 and so on. See here, if you get confused to take the coefficient of x raised to k plus r from the equation, this one, I will consider this as a equation A. Here I will write from equation A. From equation A we have to equate the coefficient of x raised to k plus r. Okay, next, putting r is equal to 2, 3, 4 and so on, we obtain a2 is equal to minus a0 divided by 4n plus 4, which is equal to minus a0 divided by 4 into n plus 1. In recurrence relations, first substitute r as a 2, we will get this result. Next, substitute r as a 3, we will get a3 is equal to minus a1 divided by 6n plus 9, which is equal to 0, since a1 is equal to 0. Similarly, a5, a7 all are equal to 0. When you calculate a5, a7 and a9, a11 and so on, you will get as 0, because we have the a5, a7, a9 all are in a1. Since a1 is 0, these all are 0. Next, a4 is equal to minus a2 divided by 8n plus 16, which is equal to minus a2 divided by 8 into n plus 2. Minus our a2 is what? a0 divided by minus a0 divided by 4 into n plus 1, minus into minus plus. It will be a0 divided by 8 into 4, 32, n plus 1 into n plus 2 and so on. We substitute these values in expanded form of 2. We have to substitute all these values in expanded form of 2, and we know that what will be the expanded form of 2 in Frobenius method, that is y is equal to x raised to k plus x raised to k into a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus a4x raised to 4 and so on. Substitute all the values in this expanded form of equation 2. Then Also let the solution for k is equal to plus n be denoted by y1. Okay, here we have the value of k as a plus or minus n. We will take y1 for when k is equal to plus n and y2 for k is equal to minus n. Here we are taking the solution for k is equal to plus 1 and we denote it by y1. Therefore y1 is equal to x raised to n a0 minus a1 is 0, a2 is minus a0 divided by 4 into n plus 1 into x square plus again a3 is 0. Next is a0 divided by 32 into n plus 1 into n plus 2 x raised to 4 minus and so on. Then y1 is equal to a0. In all these terms I will take a0 as a common. We get a0 into x raised to n into 1 minus x square divided by 2 square into n plus 1 plus x raised to 4 divided by 32 can be written as 2 raised to 5 into n plus 1 n plus 2 minus n so on. Name this as equation 5. Now since we also have k is equal to minus n, let the solution for k is equal to minus n be denoted by y2. Replacing n by minus n in 4, we have just replace n by minus n in 4, we will get the y2. Just here we have minus n, a0 x raised to minus n, the remaining is as it is. It will be equation 5. The complete or general solution of equation 1 is given by, okay, for the given equation 1, our Bessel differential equation is what? X square into d square y by dx square plus x into dy by dx plus x square minus n square into y is equal to 0 is our equation 1. Then the complete solution or the general solution of that equation 1 will be y is equal to ay1 plus by2. This is y1, this is y2, where a and b are arbitrary constants. This is our complete solution of the equation 1. Next, to get the Bessel function means series solution of Bessel differential equation leading Bessel function, we standardize this equation as, we shall now standardize the solution as in 4 by choosing a0 is equal to 1 divided by 2 raised to n gamma of n plus 1. This is not root, this is gamma. This is not root, this is what? This is gamma of n plus 1 and the same be denoted by capital yn. In equation 4 we have to consider a0 as what? 1 divided by 2 raised to n into gamma of n plus 1 and that equation will be denoted by what? Capital y1. Then y1 is equal to x raised to n divided by 2 raised to n gamma of n plus 1 into 1 minus x square by x divided by 2 whole square into 1 divided by n plus 1 plus x by 2 whole raised to 4 into 1 divided by n plus 1 n plus 2 into 2 minus and so on. This is same as the equation 4, only the difference is I am taking x in equation 4 we have x square divided by n plus 1 into 2 n plus 1 into 4, that n plus 1 into 4 can be written as x by 2 whole square and here we have x raised to 4 divided by 32 into n plus 1 into n plus 2, 32 into n plus 1 into n plus 2 can be written as x raised 2 raised to 4 into 2 and in numerator we have x raised to 4, therefore it is x raised to 4 divided by x by 2 whole raised to 4 into 1 divided by n plus 1 n plus 2 into 2 minus and so on. Next, yn is equal to, take gamma of n plus 1 inside the bracket, what we will get? X by 2 whole raised to n, x as power n, 2 as power n, we can write it as x by 2 whole raised to n. Multiply this gamma of n plus 1 divided by gamma of n plus 1 to this bracket, we will get this equation, that is 1 divided by gamma of n plus 1 minus x by 2 whole square into 1 divided by n plus 1 into gamma of n plus 1 plus the next term I am written here x by 2 whole raised to 4, 1 divided by n plus 1 n plus 2 into gamma of n plus 1 into 2. Sorry, this 2 is not under gamma here, only we have gamma of n plus 1. This 2 is outside the gamma function. Okay, this 2 is as it is. Next, we know some properties of gamma function, that is gamma n is equal to n minus 1 into gamma n minus 1, and gamma n plus 2 is equal to n plus 1 into gamma n plus 1, and gamma n plus 3 value is n plus 2 into gamma of n plus 2, and gamma of n plus 2 is what? N plus 1 into gamma of n plus 1, so that gamma of n plus 3 will be n plus 2, n plus 1 and gamma of n plus 1. We use these results in this equation. What we will get is, as a sequence of these results, we have y1 is equal to x by 2 whole raised to n into 1 divided by gamma of n plus 1. Okay, and see here we have in the next term here n plus 1 into gamma of n plus 1. We know that n plus 1 into gamma of n plus 1 is what? Gamma of n plus 2. So that I am taking here gamma of n plus 2 in the second term, plus x by 2 whole raised to 4 as it is. We know that n plus 1 n plus 2 into gamma of n plus 1, n plus 2 n plus 1, gamma of n plus 1 is what? Gamma of n plus 3. So that here I will write gamma of n plus 3 into 2 minus and so on. This can further be put it in the form. Here we will take x by 2 term in our x by 2 term common. Before that, to take x by 2 common, it should be present in all the terms of the equation. See here we have x by 2 raised to n, and we don't have x by 2 term in this first term. Here we have x by 2 whole square, x by 2 raised to 4, and also we have to observe the powers of this x raised to x by 2. According to that, here I will take minus 1 raised to 0 divided by gamma of n plus 1 into 0 factorial. To write this equation in the reduced form, we have to write this is a summation of some term. To write like that, we must have all terms in addition. To get that form, I will take minus 1 raised to 0 divided by gamma of n plus 1 into 0 factorial, x by 2 raised to 0 factorial. These three terms doesn't make any difference between these two, because anything raised to 0 is 1, 0 factorial is 1, here also anything raised to 0 is 1. Again we get 1 divided by gamma of n plus 1. Here we have minus n, so that I will take minus 1 raised to n divided by gamma of n plus 2. Here we don't have any constant term, it is 1 factorial, x by 2 whole square as it is, plus and so on. For this one I will take here, this is a in positive sign, so that it will be minus 1 raised to 2 gamma of n plus 3. 2 can be written as 2 factorial into x by 2 whole raised to 4 plus and so on. Now we have y1 is equal to x by 2 whole raised to n summation r running from 0 to infinity. See here the value of r is running from 0. Okay, r is running from 0 to infinity, minus 1 raised to r divided by gamma of n plus r plus 1 into r factorial x by 2 into 2r. Here we have to 2r because our first is power is 0, here 2, here 4, so that we have here even multiple of r in power of x by 2, so that we will take here x by 2 whole raised to 2r. Here I will take n plus r plus 1, because for the first term r is 0, for the second term r is 2. When we consider it as a r is 1, but here our second term for r value is 1, so it is n plus 1 is n plus 2. We get the same term in the second term, so that we will consider summation r running from 0 to infinity minus 1 raised to r gamma of n plus r plus 1 into r factorial x by 2 whole raised to r. Next, y1 is equal to summation r running from 0 to infinity minus 1 raised to r x by 2 raised to n plus r 1 divided by gamma of n plus r plus 1 into r factorial. Write these two terms together. The power of x by 2 is n plus r. Here we have n, here we have 2r. Therefore, it is x by 2 raised to n plus 2r. This function is called Bessel function of the first kind of order n denoted by Jn of x. This is what? This is Bessel function of first kind of order n, and this is denoted by what? Jn of x. We write it, this function is in the form of Jn of x is equal to this. Therefore, Jn of x is equal to summation r running from 0 to infinity minus 1 raised to r x by 2 raised to n plus 2r into 1 divided by gamma of n plus r plus 1 into r factorial. Further, the solution for k is equal to minus 1 in respect of y2 be denoted by j minus n of x. Thus, the general solution of the Bessel differential equation is given by y is equal to a into Jn of x plus b into j minus 1 minus n of x. Here this is for k is equal to plus n, and to get k, the Bessel function for k is equal to minus n, just replace n to n by minus n in this equation. You will get j minus n of x, and our general solution or complete solution of Bessel equation is in the form of y is equal to a jn of x plus b into jn minus of x, where a and b are arbitrary constants and n is not an integer. Okay, this is our Bessel function. Remember, while we are solving the examples or while we are taking the properties, you must know some gamma function values. Means you must know what will be the value of gamma of 1 by 2, gamma of 3 by 2, gamma of 5 by 2 or 5 by 3, like this. Please go through those values and write in one side, which are helpful to solve the examples on Bessel differential equation. Next, we have a small theory here. Equation reducible to the form of Bessel equation and the solution. Equation reducible to the form of Bessel equation and the solution. Here we have to reduce the equation to Bessel equation and the Bessel solution. Consider the differential equation x square into d square y by dx square plus x into dy by dx plus lambda square into x square minus n square into y is equal to 0. Name this as equation 1. We shall show that this equation is reducible to the form of Bessel equation putting t is equal to lambda x. We have, see here, what is the difference between this equation and our Bessel equation? Here we have lambda square x square, but in that Bessel equation we have only x square. Okay, we have to show that this equation is reducible to Bessel equation or Bessel function. Put t is equal to lambda x. We have differentiate this one. What we will get? Dy by dx is equal to, this can be written in the form dy by dt minus dt by dx is equal to dy by dt is what? When we differentiate this with respect to x, what we will get? Dt by dx is equal to lambda into dx by dt or dy by dt. So that it will be dt by dx is equal to lambda into dy by dt as it is. Dt by dx value is what? Lambda. Because when we differentiate this with respect to x, what we will get? Dt divided by dx into lambda into 1. Differentiation of x with respect to x is 1. When you differentiate this, lambda is equal, t is equal to lambda into x is there. Dt by dx is equal to lambda into 1. Okay, so that in place of dt by dx I will write lambda dy by dt as it is. Next, differentiate this with respect to x again. D square y by dx square is equal to d by dx of dy by dx. This can be written as like this. Then we have d by dx of this one. Dy by dx is lambda into dy by dt. Now this can be written as d by dt of lambda into dy by dt into dt divided by dx, because we have the function in t. Then lambda d square y by dx square is equal to lambda square into d square y by dt square. Now substituting these results along with x is equal to t by lambda in 1, we obtain t square by lambda square into d square y by dt square plus t by lambda into dy by dt plus t square minus n square into y is equal to 0. Just substitute the obtained value in equation 1, we get this equation, that is t square, this lambda square get cancelled, t square into d square y by dx square plus t into dy by dt plus t square minus n square into y is equal to 0. This is in the form of Bessel differential equation whose solution is given by y is equal to a into jn of t plus b into jn minus of t. Here function is in the form of t. Thus lambda is equal to a into jn of lambda x, because our t is, we are assuming t as a lambda x. Therefore y is equal to a into jn of lambda x plus b into j minus 1 of lambda x is the solution of the equation 1. This is our solution of the equation 1. What it means here, if the given equation is not a Bessel equation, we can convert that to Bessel equation and we get the solution of that Bessel differential equation. Okay, go through the derivation, okay, which is very lengthy, but you must have to practice that derivation. Okay, to understand that derivation you must have to understand the previous concepts, that is solutions of Bessel differential equations and the procedure of Frobenius method, and how to find the recurrence relation, what will be the expanded form of the equation 2, and how to write the required solution.